Hi there Cancer, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your intuitive love reading for November, and in this reading, Cancer, we just see what comes through. It may be for singles, it may be for couples. I don't know until the message comes. It's just my intention for it to be a general love reading. Let's start with the Journey of Love Oracle from Alana Fairchild. We will then go to the Moonchild Tarot for an overarching tarot energy, and then get out the story with the Rider-Waite clarified with the Moonchild Tarot. We'll be closing out with the Romance Angels. Okay, let's see what is on the cards. There we go. I have got Hidden Beauty. Yeah, I mean, this is interesting because maybe you have your eye on somebody, or hey, maybe somebody approaches you and you might initially think, hey, oh, we don't really have a lot in common, but give it a go because it's saying there could be hidden depth, hidden beauty in this connection, in this person. That's what I'm feeling with that one. Okay, we've got one more. Intimacy, beautiful. Some of you might be, coming together in more moments of intimacy, deepening a current connection, or maybe starting to open yourself up to receiving intimacy in a new connection. Cancer, let's go to the Moonchild Tarot. That one, okay. Four of Cups. That has been in, I've done 3 readings this morning, all the water signs, and you've all had the Four of Cups in one of the decks. The Four of Cups is that energy of, really wanting to, wait and hold out for that beautiful love. You might have somebody that's trying to connect with you, could even be in a current partnership, but in the Four of Cups, it's like, you are really wanting to achieve that bigger manifestation, that bigger dream in love, really getting clear on what you want. And you may have kind of disengaged your energy from a person, from a connection, in order to make that happen. It can talk about feelings of feeling a little bit bored or apathetic or complacent in a current situation. But Spirit or Tarot is saying, hey, there could be hidden beauty, hidden depth here. Don't discredit it right now. We are going to have to see where the tarot story goes on this one, Cancer. Going to the Rider-Waite. Waiting for that first card to fall or flip. We'll be then choosing the tarot aspects, starting with the recent past leading up to the present in the situation. If this is your reading, Four of Wands, okay. We have got, in blocks, obstacles or challenges, the Moon. Yeah, there is some kind of hidden things going on here, I'm feeling. In your person's energy, they have got the card of Scorpio, the Death card. Advice from Spirit or Tarot, Three of Cups, and the outcome, I have got Page of Swords. Let's grab the clarifiers. Clarifying the Four of Wands, I have got the Queen of Pentacles. Clarifying the Moon, Seven of Swords. So many similar cards, that's why I'm having a laugh to myself. So many similar cards coming out today. Clarifying Death, I have got the Fool or Starseed. Clarifying Three of Cups, I have the Three of Swords, double threes there. Clarifying the Page of Swords, I have got the Ten of Wands. Okay, we have got really strong energies of endings and beginnings here. So some of you may be getting ready to end a connection. You've got the Ten of Wands in the outcome. Your person's got Death and Starseed here. There could be the potential for a new beginning within the connection because the Fool is here as well. Just going to grab one more for that Four of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, Nine of Wands. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Okay, I am going to jump in here, Cancer, and I'm going to say that I'm feeling more that this is a couple's reading or a current partnership reading. I am feeling more of the ending type energy, but I'm feeling like it is a really good thing overall. So yeah, because you've been sitting in that Four of Cups energy for a while, which is like, hey, I mean, it's not necessarily a terrible connection, but there is a sense that maybe it's just not fully aligned for you. You know, with the Four of Cups, in the Rider version, we see somebody who's being offered one cup, and then there's 3 cups that you're focusing on, you know, instead. And I see that as the 3 cups that we have over here. And the 3 of Cups, it's like, where is my joy? It's not in this situation. I'm craving my joy. And the cards are saying that the joy is beyond maybe the severing of this connection. I'm just read the energy of the cards, guys. I mean, I'm sure like at one point, you know, we've got the 4 of Wands here in the recent past coming up to the current situation. It's like, you know, there is been some good times here. It could have involved marriage, the situation, and everything. And sometimes it's forever, and sometimes it's not. Or sometimes there's more hidden beauty to discover. You decide. But I'm also seeing with this the 9 of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. And again, I just see this kind of focus on something else, or wanting to refocus your energy in a different direction. It doesn't mean, you know, leaving somebody for somebody else. It just could be getting pulled energetically in another decision. Or it's time for me to focus on my career, on my pentacles, somewhere else, and maybe giving all of my energy to my relationship, to my love, to you know, sometimes we just need to do that. The 9 of Wands, it kind of says that, you know, maybe you've kind of been in that space, in that mindset for quite some time, kind of like, what do I do here? I'm a bit disconnected, I'm a bit disengaged, or maybe that has been your coping strategy for it. But essentially, you're kind of feeling like that bit of the wounded warrior, like I'm missing out in another area of my life. And really, Spirit or Tarot is saying it's time to tip the 9 over to the 10, which I have at the end of the reading. It's time to communicate that. It's time to get clarity around that real expansive, you know, fertile pasture that you're really desiring, which could be the freedom, it could be liberation, is really just one wand away, one action away from you. And it will take you out of that feeling of, you know, fight, flight, or freeze. We just really want to refocus those energies. The Queen of Pentacles for me can mean that, you know, what has stopped you from doing that is because you are the nurturer of the household. The Queen of Pentacles can be somebody who's not only contributing financially, but is keeping everything going within the house, you know, looking after the kids, getting the meals on the table, you know, really the kind of, you know, house manager, really, is what I'm kind of feeling here. And you might feel this deep sense of responsibility to that, but just keeping in mind that your happiness, your joy is also, you know, a very, very important thing, and is not something to be sacrificed for feeling like you have that duty, right? That could be, you know, this links to Capricorn, that could be your, you know, your toxic situation that you need to somehow balance or manage. That's what I'm feeling here. Now, in the blocks, obstacles, or challenges, the Moon, card of Pisces, and the 7 of Swords. Yeah, and for me, this could be that there is a sense of sabotaging your joy by staying in this situation because, you know, deep down in your subconscious, you know, there is this other dream here or something else that you want to be doing, or maybe you do desire to end the connection, and you might have been kind of pushing that down and suppressing that for quite a while, because the Moon can talk about that shadowy energy of things happening in the half-light, of not being totally authentic, and, you know, just kind of keeping things a secret just to keep things going. But it's really saying that once you kind of acknowledge that shadow, bring that to light, maybe communicate it, that's when the path forward reveals itself to you. So we don't want to be living in the shadowy side. It's time for you to embrace your truth and, you know, really work towards your joy. With both of these cards here, there could most definitely have been a deception or a betrayal in the situation. Doesn't necessarily have to be cheating or running off with somebody else. It can be deception of self, and I definitely feel that when the Moon is in the reading. You know, and it could just be that, you know, you're deceiving yourself by limiting your pleasure, your joy. So it's time to bring this out into the open. And the Moon can also be the card of hidden blessings, and it's saying by, you know, getting honest with yourself and releasing this kind of sabotage, that's where the hidden blessing is, because it's going to lead you to your joy and to your truth. Now, here in your person's energy, they could be a Scorpio, they could be an Aries. We've got the Death card and the Starseed or Fool card here. Yeah, I mean, they know that something needs to complete as well. I mean, they're showing up with the death energy here, which is cyclic endings in order to welcome in a new beginning. So they could be hoping for a new beginning with you, but it would be, it has to be from an entirely different place. Energy has to be really different. Or it could be them desiring also a fresh new start somewhere else. So I think if you're worried about bringing this to light in the situation, I think go for it, because I feel like they are feeling that energy as well, and it might not be any surprise to them, and they might just say, hey, you know what, I'm actually feeling that too. We've really walked a beautiful path together, but maybe it's time for us to go our own way. Death is about the release or the purge that allows us to clear the slate and welcome in the new dawn, the new day, a sun instead of a moon, the energy of healing and bright new directions. And we're in Scorpio's season, so it's the ideal time to do this. And it says that there's real alchemical growth in going through this. It's time to surrender, because the Fool kind of says, your person also is being called on a new path, is maybe wanting to do what is authentically right for them as well, because their instincts are telling them so. So that's what I'm seeing there. Advice from Spirit or Tarot, Three of Swords and Three of Cups. Yeah, here's your joy, your celebration, your new harvest, but it's behind the Three of Swords. That can be the heartbreak, feeling the sorrow, the guilt and the grief. And even if this is a mutual decision here, Cancer, there's always going to be, there's always going to be sadness, because you've journeyed something with this person for quite a long time. And there can be guilt if there's children involved, but it's better to have two happy parents doing what they love than a house full of regret or walking on eggshells or suppressing truths. So it's time to process that and feel it all. The 3 is the number of creation, so it's saying that behind the heartbreak is actually the new beginning. That's the space that you can create from. And what are we creating? We're going to be able to plant new seeds in a new direction for a new harvest, and then celebrate that as well. It's a real card of celebration. For some of you, just for some of you, there could have been a third party in this situation. That could have been the deception as well. I'm just saying that because the Seven of Swords and the Moon here are here as well. But I think for most of you, this is an indication of finding your joy, finally finding what lights you up. But first of all, it's like we have to journey that ending first. And the outcome, Page of Swords and Ten of Wands. Yeah, the Ten of Swords is the final release, lifting the weight, feeling like, you can actually see new options for your life again. It isn't ending, it is a completion, but it's one that also just kind of makes you feel liberated, because the stress and the tension and the burden of it are gone. And what is behind that is the Page of Swords, which is that wind of change. And for me, I always see that vision of the boat out in the, out on that, very flat sea, but this little breeze picks up and it hits a tipping point where it actually changes the course of the boat. So it's kind of saying that after this situation, that's when you change course in the direction of your truth, in the direction of your joy, and maybe to find another great love, that you can really journey with. And there could be like that, obviously that communication that needs to happen, that honest communication, in order to bring to light what needs to be revealed to really transform the situation. Okay, let's go to the Romance Angels, Cancer, just to close out. I'll take those 2 up there. I have got getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost self to each other, your bond deepens. It could be a new love coming in. This could be the one you've already met, the romantic partner you seek. So there could be another energy involved in this situation. Let's grab one more. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And I think that is what you have been seeking. That's that 3 of Cups for you. Joy, passion, and it just might be somewhere else. So I'm going to leave it there, Cancer, and I hope you enjoyed this love reading, keeping in mind it's a very general love reading and won't be for everybody. That's just the way it rolls around here when you're reading for the collective. Do drop me a comment if you feel called to share. I do read them all and try to respond to as many as I can. Helps me get to know you guys and connect with your energies, and I will see you back here, Cancer, for another reading throughout, well, actually plenty more readings throughout the month.